Alright, what's going on YouTube? So, got a customer here with 2019 Honda Civic, so 10th gen Civic. He's complaining that the steering wheel doesn't return to center sometimes, and it usually happens after a period of driving. This usually happens because the steering rack itself is dry. It's not like the normal hydraulic power steering because everything's gone electronic now, and hydraulic power steering has that fluid to lubricate everything, but electronic, it's just a regular steering rack. It's filled with grease. Sometimes those grease gets displaced in the rack, and it doesn't really lubricate the steering rack anymore, and you get the creaking, or what do you call it? It sticks. So when you turn center and you turn one way or go the other way, the steering should return to center, but it doesn't do that. So this is what the customer's complaining. Also, you guys in the comments when I put up the sticky steering recall also mentioned that you guys that own the 10th gen Civic are doing the same thing. These do not get the luxury of that recall. When these things were happening, we were just replacing steering racks, not just the 10th gen Civic, but also on the CRVs from 2017 to 2022s. Same thing. But then it came out with a recall for like the 21s and up 21 and 22 CRVs. No, it wasn't a recall, it was a bulletin, so they just said to replace the rack. But no bulletins for anything before that. So, but these were also doing the same thing. But anyways, I got this on a customer's car. We're actually replacing his steering rack for him. It's out of warranty, but there's going to be some coverage through, the higher ups as like a goodwill thing. So it has 160,000 kilometers, so about 100,000 miles. And if you're asking what does it do it with a higher mileage, I've seen them done it at like 80,000 kilometers, so less than 100,000 miles. So it doesn't really matter. They just eventually do it at some point. So this video is just to show you, just to replace the steering rack, or how it's done, I guess. So anyways, let's get started. I'm just going to disconnect the battery, and then pull the steering shaft that's underneath here, drop the subframe, unbolt the steering rack, bolt on the new rack. I can't remember if these ones will come with an outer tie rod, but if not, we got to swap them over. So yeah, anyways, let's get started. Alright, so just check the box. It does not include both outer tie rods, so we got to swap those over. Get that disconnected. We'll just pop it down there. So this thing does have a steering wheel lock, but I just make it a habit of always sticking a seatbelt through the steering whenever I'm taking the steering apart. So I'll just remove this cover down here. Should be just clipped in. 10 mil. I guess the line doesn't really matter because the line's on the steering rack, but yeah. I can just chill out there. Now I can go underneath and do everything else. Alright, let's see. What wheel lock do we have? The even star pattern. That would be that guy. There we go. I got the skid plate off. I just want to show you what some people were telling me they're trying to do. They're trying to remove that cover because in the recall, before it got revised, they got us to remove that cover and then stick grease into the worm gear that's in there. That was the original recall before they revised it, where we just had to pop the plug on the bottom and then stick a new spring and shove grease into there instead. So that was the original recall that we were doing. Alright, take the cotter pin off of your tie rod. Cotter pin out. 19 millimeter. So now you just got to hit the thing that the tie rod goes into to knock this tie rod out.
Well, you hit it with your purse.
Oh, hit it with my purse? Let me go get my purse. All right, I hit it with my 2-pound purse. Oh no, that didn't work. There we go. Maybe you get better results with a Chanel or something, or if Snap-on made a Snap-on purse. And these sway bar links, you probably don't need pair of vice grips or locking pliers, because these aren't locking nuts on these sway bar links, and they just come right off, just like that. So they're not locking nuts, they just come right off, and that's it. So same thing on the other side. Bust off your lower control arm bolts, or nuts, I mean. Couple things before we actually drop the subframe. Disconnect the connector for the communication wires, and then the high power cables that go straight to the electric motor. And yeah, unplug the little tab, push in, push out, just like that. That can just chill there. We're gonna remove the lower dog bone mount, and then yeah, then the subframe bolts. There's this you gotta take off. This thing can just swing. You can leave it here. It just swings out of the way. So you get this lower mount can just chill here. I forgot about the exhaust hanger, so give it some silicone spray. Grab a pry bar, stick it in there, pop it out, and that's all to it. It's coming out. Just gonna pop the lower control arms back off.
Hit it with your purse.
Hit it with my purse. That's out. That's out.
Then you get a sledgehammer and then you label it purse.
Yeah.
48 ounces.
Yeah. 2-pound purse. All right, let me get this thing out first. 2 1/8. Save that. Two and a quarter. Do.
Game on wave or what? My diehard Thieves fan buddy, he's the Caesar.
Then take that bolt off. one. Use my gut. I gotta put it on my gut too. That's that one. There's another one underneath on the extension. Alright, so that's it. Gotta bring it around town, stick it back in. And that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna tighten everything up and then take it for an alignment. And you know, make sure everything's all good, and this should be just done. So everything's pretty much done. Gotta do a final alignment check on the alignment rack just to make sure everything's all straight. Even though I put all the bolts like on the subframe back on the imprints where the bolt imprinted on, I still got to double check on the alignment rack. But other than that, I gotta get GPS signal. This one you don't need to do the ECU coating. I think it's the next generation when they first came out, and we were doing steering racks on those too. And then before they came out with the recall, you had to code the ECU for the steering rack, but this one didn't have to. I just did the all sensor learn to do the angle steering angle sensor calibration and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, pretty straightforward steering rack replacement. Because I know a lot of you in the comments were saying I have this issue on the Civic. They wanted to remove the cover and do what I did with the recall, where before they revised it, just to smear all the grease back into the worm gear, and then, but it's just going to eventually sling back out anyways. But just to show you, there's not a lot of space to get that cover off on there. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want, you can check out my Amazon affiliate link down in the description. You know, if I buy something, I get a cut, and it really helps out the channel. But other than that, I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.